Welcome back. So, there's Codex. What the hell does this thing here? So today we're going to work on uh, on OpenCode again, and so here on the top have the live nodes. So wait a minute. Where are the rest of episodes? So let me just copy episode 7 as episode 8. Let's work from there. Let's open this thing from the bottom. So what I've set in the video, let me just copy and paste from here. This is the one. Notes for improving the issue. Yeah. Let's put this thing like this, and let's start. So, let me open the chat so that I can reply to you if needed. Here it is, and I should probably get some free music. That yeah. Anyway, so where the hell is this? Wait, I need the music. Where's the? Wait a second. This needs to go here. Yeah, so API keys. So let me explain a bit of what has happened. So there has been a change in OpenCode, which I guess it's been unnoticed, and the change is that if you take a look at the latest releases, you can check. So this is from yesterday, but oh, look at that. Around the desktop migration and a startup, so on. And where the hell is this? So we should have something related to Electron desktop. So maybe this is not the right. So here there is a some changes related to the desktop, but maybe it's not this page, maybe it's the second page. But there has been a change. Where the hell is this? So they have made a big change, but somehow I don't find where the change is. Yeah, I'm just looping. So if you take a look at, you know, this version here, you take a look at the source code stuff. We can check it there because otherwise I'm not seeing this thing properly. So here it is. So as you can see here, this is 1.14.37. So this is the one. So if you take a look at, where the hell is this? We should see 1.14.36 in here. No, you don't do that. So if you take a look at this last version, which is 1.14.37, it has this thing like consolidate desktop Electron into desktop package. So I would like to know which are the versions or branches or whatever. Look at that. So it's in 37. So that's nice. So let's write this down, which is Electron OpenCode App is OpenCode App default package. So Electron OpenCode App is the new default package. So this has been done since this version, and the commit where this happens is this one here, the one that we were taking a look at. Okay, so that's what it is. Yeah, look at that. So yeah, so let's take a look at what this commit does. So this is the publish.yml that it's been used in order to publish different dev packages. So you can see how instead of using desktop Electron, it's using package desktop, because in addition to what this is going to publish, you can see like packages desktop Electron, it's been renamed. So everything here is being removed and it's been added in here or modified in the desktop one. So it's like we are removing the old desktop. Okay. So this was done in version 1.14.37. So yeah, I don't know if this has been set in anything. So let's edit. Let's edit this thing to an OpenCode version 37. Let's save this thing and let's go back to the video. So I have done an arc joke. So what else? We had this add fork to new session to the UI. Okay, so this is the new package. So we will have to install Electron code as the new default package. We will have to update our build instructions. Okay, and let's review the issue. So anomaly code, OpenCode. So if you take a look at the issues and you search for all of the issues that I have created here, which is like this, you will find out, maybe I already have them here. Yeah, they are here. So I'm going to close these windows. So where the hell are you? So this is the issue. Let's update this thing. This is the issue that I created the other day. It's like issue feature add fork to new session action from message timeline in OpenCode desktop. This might need to have here the desktop stuff, and yeah. So there's Hona, which I thought it was an AI system, but this is not an AI system. This is a this is a real guy, and I've seen that it's replying some stuff from here and there. So yeah. The thing is that I have been checking the contributing stuff, and this is far from perfect. So and this is this what has happened here, and this is the issue, the PR. So the PR is, how do I say, okay, let's do a PR so that this works as expected. Can we merge this thing? Changes can be cleanly merged. So now we could merge this branch, but I am not sure. Let me take a look at here. Session TSX. Okay, and the message part. Yeah, I wonder if the one on the top is for the Electron app and the one on the bottom is not. It's for the message part. We will have to take a look at all of the OpenCode code base in order to understand this thing better. So let's move to the right this to special commits in here. So the thing is that if you take a look at contributing guidelines from OpenCode, which is here on the source code, contributing.md, which look at that. We want to make it easy for you to contribute to OpenCode. Here are the most common type of changes that get merged, bug fixes, this and that. Support for new providers, this and that. However, any UI or corporate feature must go through a design review with the core team before implementation. If you aren't sure if a PR would be accepted, feel free to ask a maintainer or look for issues with any of the following labels: health wanted, good first issue, back perf. PRs that ignore these guidelines will likely be closed. Want to take on an issue? Leave a comment and maintainer may assign it to you unless it is something we are already working on. Adding new providers. New providers shouldn't require many, if any, code changes, but if you want to add support for a new provider, first make a PR. Developing OpenCode. You need ban 1.3 plus, which is like this. Running against a different directory. Okay. Building a local code. To compile a standalone executable, you do this thing and then you do that. The standing bandef versus OpenCode. During development, bandef is the local equivalent of build OpenCode command. Both run the same CLI interface. Run the API server. To study OpenCode head/API server, this and that. Running the web app. So there's a web app too, apparently. So it would be nice to implement stuff also in the web app or whatever. This is stats local dev server at whatever. Most UI changes can be tested here, but the server must be running for full functionality. Okay, running the desktop app. The desktop app is an Electron application that wraps the web UI. To run the desktop app in development, you do this thing. To create a production build, you do this thing. Build package. Yeah, it has nothing to do with what I documented, where I had to put that the channel was this and that. Okay, so if you make changes to the API or SDK, run generate, set it up at debugger. Okay. VS Code setup. Pull request expectation. Issue first policy. All PRs must reference an existing issues. Before opening a PR, open an issue describing the bug or feature. This helps maintainers triage and prevents duplicate work. PRs without linked issue might be closed without review. That's why we added this thing here. Users fixes this and that. General requirements. Keep pull requests small and focused. Explain the issue and why your change. Yeah, that's the problem. Why your change fixes it. I mean, I know why, because it adds the thing, but before adding new functionality, ensure it doesn't already exist elsewhere in the code base. It already exists, but in the TUI interface. UI changes. If your PR includes UI changes, please include screenshots or videos showing the before and after. This helps maintainer review faster and gives you quicker feedback. I have already included a screenshot because it where the hell is this? The screenshot is in here. You've got the fork to new session, and this is what happens. So you don't actually see this fork stuff, but yeah, you don't actually see the icon, but I'm not sure it can be seen properly. So logic changes. For non-UI changes, explain how you verified it works, what did you test, this and that. No AI generated walls of text. Long AI generated PR description and issues are not acceptable and may be ignored. Respect the maintainer's time. Write short focused description. Explain what changed and why in your own words. If you can explain briefly, your PR might be too large. PR titles. New feature, fix, core, refactor, test. You can optionally include the scope to indicate which package is accepted. It's affected. So feature in the app package. The app is the web app, I guess. Desktop is the desktop package. So in theory, I should, this is fit session. So this should be fit desktop. At dark mode, fit desktop. Yeah. So let's rename this thing for now so that it's desktop, which I think it's a better description here. We will see if the reviewer is being changed or not. We will see. Style preferences. Keep logic within a single function, less breaking out. Adds clear reuse or composition benefits. Okay. Yeah, and this and that. Do not do unnecessary restructuring of variables, control flow, avoid else statements. We should probably check our commit to this thing. The thing that I'm concerned about is this thing about the wall of text. No AI generated wall of text in the pull request. And if you take a look at my pull request, well, there are some, I mean, not too much. There's this thing. Yeah. Anyways, let's keep reading on to see if we need to do something else. So, style preferences, this and that. Feature request. Okay. For net, this is interesting because that's what we are actually doing, a feature request. We are asking to add something new to the desktop app. So we want to read this thing. So for net new functionality, start with a design conversation. Open an issue describing the problem, your proposed approach, and why it belongs in OpenCode. The core team will help decide whether it should move forward. Please wait for that approval instead of opening a feature PR directly. Design conversation. The question is, where are you supposed to open design conversation? I mean, this already existed before in OpenCode, but it doesn't exist anymore. So the question is, where are we supposed to open a new design conversation? Is it an issue? Is it a discussion? Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe, yeah, is it an issue? Is it a discussion? Maybe we can take a look at OpenCode itself and see if there are, okay, OpenCode, and there are no discussions, so it's an issue, I guess. Okay, so this project uses Vouch to manage contributor trust. The Vouch list is maintained here. So apparently, oh, look at that. This is another bug in here. This links to 404. Not sure how to vouch. So we can contribute with an issue. The link goes to, so we can contribute to create this issue for now. For maintainers, collaborators with write access can manage the batch list by commenting on any issue. This, that, and that, and that. Okay, issue requirements. So in addition to the pull request, which OpenCode helped me to write, or maybe I did it manually, I don't know. In addition to the pull request, I have this issue. And here there's the, I think there's where the you know, where the wall of text is, and I would, I think I need to improve this wall of text so that it's much better, it's easier to understand. You know what I mean? So before doing that, let's focus on the issue, okay? So all issues must use one of our issue templates. Bug report for reporting bugs requires a description, okay. Feature request for suggesting enhancements requires verification checkbox and description. And the question for asking questions requires the question. Yeah, so it's quite obvious. If you want to make a question, question. Blank issues are not allowed. When a new issue is opened, an automatic check verifies that it follows a template and meets our contributing guidelines. If an issue doesn't meet the requirements, you'll receive a comment explaining what needs to be fixed and have 2 hours to edit the issue. After that, it will be automatically closed. Issues might be flagged for not using a template, require fields left empty or filled with placeholder text, AI-generated walls of text, missing meaningful content. If you believe your issue was incorrectly flagged, let a maintainer know. So, I mean, it's not flag, but I need to improve the issue. So, yeah. So this is the review, and here it's like improve the issue. No wall of text that I do not understand. Okay, so let's review. Start the sign conversation. This is another bug, which I think the sign conversation. This doesn't explain how to start the sign conversation. Create an issue. So what I want to be doing is to take a look at the issues. So let me check. So we have issues in here. I mean, we have a lot of stuff in here. macOS system is missing the 16 settings entering the app menu. This might be a consequence of changing the default package from non-Electron to Electron. So yeah. Move fast, break often, isn't it? So as I was saying, let's take a look at the sign. Let's see what we find out. Look at that. Feature improvement design and the full theme. Multi-LLM structured theme debate. Discussion. Setting models design error. Is restarting the computer by design or just a feature? OpenCode plugin. What the hell? Okay, take a look at this discussion. So there's a level discussion. Okay, so look at that. To stay organized, issues are automatically closed after 60 days of no activity. If the issue is still relevant, please open a new one. So you either add stuff like pushing a staff or whatever, or just wait for this to be closed, and then you have to start the issue again. So we will have to be issues. Let's write this down. This might be useful to know. Some notes. Okay, look at that. So, yeah, so create a label with an issue. So we have found two different bugs. So let's try and see what we can do with them. We're going to submit these two bugs for now. Hopefully it will be good enough. So if I search for vouch in here, is there anything? No. It's vouch, isn't it? Where the hell is contributing stuff? Isn't there a vouch thing here? Trust vouch system. Vouch. .github vouch. Maybe I'm not finding it because vouch is not here. Okay, let's start a new issue regarding contributing. New issue. Ask a question. Discord community. For quick questions or real-time discussion, note that issues are searchable. Note that issues are searchable and help your others with the same question. Okay, report the security vulnerability. Question. Ask a question. Feature request. Book report. So yeah. Plugins. Step. Oh my god. Plugins. OpenCode version. I mean, let's just say that what version? The latest one, which is whatever is the latest one right now. So this one here. So here's the version. contributing. Where the hell I have contributing? Here it is. So let's find out, yeah, the latest version. Let's explore the source code and get the contributing.md stuff, and in one of those there's the vouch stuff, trust and vouch system. So screenshot. So this would be something like contributing.md, and then this is the section, which is trust and vouch system. By the way, I haven't searched for issues. That's a bad sign. I should have a search for this first. So this is like trust and vouch system. So maybe someone has already said, okay, read your let's put here trust, just in case. Trust. GPT-540, does this exist? What the hell? I mean, this one needs a special subscription, isn't it? Maybe I ask OpenCode now, can I use GPT 5.4 Cyber? This is going to be, I don't know. So operating system, this is not relevant. Step to reproduce, this is no relevant. Plugins, what happens? Trust and vouch system. Longer used. According to contributing, now we can copy and paste this thing here. Maybe like row. Sorry, like code. Sorry. We have here code and the vouch in here. The link is for 13th. I don't find any file starting with vouch, so I guess that it's no longer used anymore. It's not used. So I get that it's not used anymore. So either this section is completely removed, or is updated with whatever the new trust system is being used right now. With whatever the new trust system is being used right now. With whatever new trust system is being used right now. Let's create according to contributing.md, and let's copy the this thing here. I mean, that's, you can take a look at this, and down you have the then you have this specific link. So preview this thing. Let's preview this thing according to the link. The link is 404, and don't find any files and this and that. Or it is updated. So thank you. Okay, contributing says something on how to create issues. Let me double check now that we are at it. So, issue requirements. Must use one of our issue templates. Require fields left empty. I mean, maybe because if it's documentation, I don't know. Let's go. Hopefully that's good enough. Usually there's a bot around here that it's going to say something. I don't know. Okay, so we have the contributing.md back being done. Issue. Created issue. Here it is. Nice. Design conversation. This doesn't explain how to start a design conversation. Create an issue. So I'm also going to complain about the start a new conversation thing, because it's very vague. If you ask me, where the hell I have contributing is in here. So pull request. So the pull request part, it says start a new discussion conversation, design conversation, open an issue. Okay, it says that you have to wait a minute. Open an issue for net new functionality. Start with a design conversation. Open an issue. I mean, it's not net new functionality, but yeah. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. Yeah. Add fork. Okay, let's focus on fixing the issue wall of, I mean, the issue wall of text, and we will see. We will try to test with the latest code to build this thing, and we will see if it works or not. And then we can we can update our version of OpenCode so that it uses the latest command, the latest version. So let me see. Oh damn it! This is going to, I'm not going to be able to do that because it's very late and I will have to end the stream sooner or later. So yeah. So let's focus. So this is the new issue that I guess we can ignore for now. I wonder if I can assign labels to this. I wonder if I create. Wait a second. If I edit this thing, I cannot edit. I think labels, you can only add labels if you are the maintainer or whatever. Ephemeral server authentication through low trust state for LLM providers. What the hell is this? Add ephemeral server authentication state for different LLM provider, which allows the user to use their client's shared directory auth.json. Then create. Then we have the server side. Okay. Look at that. That's interesting. Issue. Mac OS app is OpenCode plugin. DeepSeek states. That's not very good. DeepSeek states. Okay, so let me see. The CLI is assigned so that the command only acts as an installer. It doesn't have subcommands like add, remove, or view. By typing OpenCode plugin list, the CLI simply took the word list, map it directly to the positional argument, and pull it down from LPM. Honestly, it's a terrible UX design choice for a CLI precisely because it leads to exactly what you just experienced. Accidental installation of unknown packages by trying to guess standard terminal commands. Wait. So OpenCode plugin list. Oh. No. Response for OpenCode. Like that. And then there's the bot that says, okay, AI generated text. This is empty. Yeah, in the 2 hours window, it's been closed. Look at that. Question. I am new to OpenCode and I am on Windows. I love the idea of a uniform and open tool to steer all agentic work. However, aside from bad developer experience of Windows, the model designed to restart my computer without a warning. Is this by design or should be expected that this is potentially dangerous? I was very explicit to the bot afterwards and it added this to agents. Do not run this and that. Because of the bad experience with OpenCode in VS Code and also PowerShell, I will not try using the app in the IDE you guys created. The bot has no recollection of what happened. I sincerely hope you will show some love to those developers using Windows. That's interesting. I guess it's not worth the effort to add guardrails and admit was frustrating. I was frustrated at the time of writing this issue. I would have preferred a discussion instead of issues. My apologies. Came to think of it, in GitHub Copilot we do see guardrails for destruction actions. Okay, look at that. 90 days of no activities. And now it's 60 days, if I'm not mistaken. I have written it down. Now it's 60 days instead of 90 days. So they have probably many issues. Setting models design error. Yeah, on the settings page, the scroll menus don't scroll down at once. They exit directly from settings models. I wanted to return this design flag. And yeah, it has been closed. Multi-LLM structure team debate. Design reference from working implementation. Feature, oh my god. I built Conclave, a fork of OpenCode that adds a structured multi-LLM debate. Let me bookmark this issue. Yeah. Let's rename this thing. Demo. It's been running for a few days and I wanted to share the design decisions in case they're useful for a native implementation. Not proposing a merge. The fork is heavily modified, just sharing what worked and what didn't. 5 new files under this thing. Debate engine, team, prompts, CLI adapter, schema, modify OpenCode files. How the debate works. User configures the team via team. Every prompt automatically triggers a debate, minimum 2 rounds. Models emit the structured signals in their last 5 lines. This and that. I actually wanted to do something like this. Regarding, I mean, you have non-expensive models and then debate, and you have a more expensive model. Yeah, decision round, formation, clip bridging, special provider IDs, CLI Gemini, CLI Cloud, CLI Codex, auto detect via which, context aware, team assignment. Sample config. Now pain comes. 2 streaming with full plus models is the hardest part. Showing live per model reasoning without killing performance required at 250 milliseconds the bounds on participant text chunks. And it gets chunky. This is probably the trickiest thing to get right if implemented natively. Latency. The issue might be a duplicate of console support at agent teams. So this, with all of these ideas, the OpenCode people would need to think if this was. Would be awesome if OpenCode could support multiple LLMs selection in a console mode like in LLM console could significantly increase useful. Yeah. Comments and suggestions. Let's say like this. This is fully solvable with just comments and suggestions. Console GPT, Console Gemini, Brainstorm. And this is the same guy, isn't it? And yeah. Yeah. That's very interesting. The conclave stuff. Feature hasn't been suggested before. Improvement design and default theme. OpenCode is really nice solution, but looks worse. Not enough. You also think change sidebar. Yeah. Remove this discussion core. Improve? Has this been merged? Refactor code. Look at that. Attachment has new design. Update the default theme colors. Yeah. That's very interesting. So again, we want to edit our issue, and hopefully we can do that, and that's it. So let's ignore for now. So the next video we're going to improve the issue, and we also have some ideas like build again with our fork. We'll build again with our changes. So again with our changes, make sure to use contributing.md. Make sure to use build official build instructions, which should be the same ones as the old package build, but now it builds the new one based on Electron. And then update the issue accordingly on how this has been tested. So yeah, that's that's what we have been able to do today with this episode 7. So the next episode, hopefully it's going to be much better than this one right now. So I'm going to tell you thank you very much for watching. Bye.